And we're back. So I've just washed out the DIY hair mask and now I'm gonna get into cutting. Now the technique that I'm using, I've done a bunch of research on YouTube and looked into those who not only cut their hair on their own, but whom have curly hair, thick hair, and who want to do a little bit of layering in their hair. Because I have curly hair, I don't like my hair to all be one length. I like for it to be layered so that it gives more volume. So I'm going to attempt to cut my hair and hopefully everything goes well. I've never fully, I've done a little bit of individual cuts and like taking a curl and cutting the end if I didn't like the way that it sat on my head or if it looked really dry or straight. So I've done a little bit of that, but I've never done my entire head. So I'm very interested to see how this comes out. I'm hoping that I'm not gonna be crying by the end of this video, but I've done a lot of research and I trust in not only my ability, but in the research that I've done and the techniques that people have told me have worked for them. So I'm gonna try it out and see how it goes. I do wanna give a disclaimer that I am not a professional hair stylist in the slightest. Again, I've done a do-it-yourself treatment mask on my hair and now I'm gonna do-it-yourself cutting. I'm in no way, shape, or form a professional and I'm not even using like real hair cutting scissors. So I'm going to be using my just at home everyday scissors because they're the sharpest that I have right now. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try not to cut too much just so that I can see how everything comes out and see if I like it. And then, you know, if I decide that I wanna cut more later, then I can do that. So let's get right into it. So as I've mentioned before, I already have done a hair mask on my hair and it was a do-it-yourself treatment. But I'm gonna start out now by brushing my hair and in using the techniques that were given to me by other people on YouTube. I'm gonna brush my hair from back to front and comb out all of the knots, comb out all of the curls to make it very smooth. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it in a ponytail with a hair tie. And then I'm gonna brush out the ponytail. And once that's all combed out, I'm going to now take my scissors and get ready to cut. Once I've decided on the length that I'm choosing to cut, I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna go directly across, straight across, and cut. Now, once I finish that, I'm going to comb it out again, just to straighten out the ends again, and go back in with my scissors. I'm going to just chop the ends to make it less of a rough cut. And you can do this by literally just going vertical and cutting with your scissors just the little bits of the ends. Now I'm going to part my hair to create the next layer. And I'm gonna tie this up because now the back has become my longest layer. Once I've tied that up, now I'm gonna rebrush the top again, comb it all to the front, and tie it up in a ponytail once again. And I'm going to now just repeat the process that I've already done, which is brush out the ponytail, choose the length that I want to cut, and cut straight across. And once I finish cutting that, again, go back in and just semi-cut the ends so that I can have less of a rough cut and it looks smoother on the ends. I'm just going to keep doing this for the rest of my head, parting as many layers as I want to create in my head, brushing it out and trimming the ends. Now, once I've gotten to the front, I want to do this a little bit differently. So I've seen people now part their hair once they get to the top, to the front, where the front layer of your hair is, and you're going to part the hair in a V shape. And now that V shape is going to create a face frame for yourself. Once you've parted off the V shape, you're gonna put it in a ponytail, tie the rest back, and continue to do the steps that you've already done. Brush out the ponytail and chop straight along the ends to create that next layer. I did this about twice because the front of my hair, I don't want to be that short. I want to still have length, but I, again, do want to have a face frame. This is going to create the little fringe in the front. I've been told that if you measure it to your top lip, that's where you should cut because you don't want the fringe to be too short. I measured it out to my lip, and now I'm going to cut the same exact way that I've cut all the other layers. And now that I've finished, I'm just going to brush it out, and you can see the obvious layers that have now framed my face. So now I'm just going to brush all my hair out, and you can see as I'm brushing the layers that I've created within my hair. My hair isn't too short because, again, I wanted to keep the length, but I did want to layer it to give it more shape and volume. So here's the finishing wet cut. All right, so now that I've cut my hair as much as I wanted to, remember, again, just a reminder that when I was cutting my hair, I don't want to cut off too much because, again, this is my first time doing this, and I also don't want my hair to be short. I want to still have some length, which is why I was doing more of like a layer cut than just a straight across. Yeah, so I've cut as much as I think I should right now. My next step is going to be to put product in my hair, see how everything looks once it's dry, and then from there, if I feel like I still want to cut more off, then I'm going to do more of a dry curly cut as opposed to it being wet. I'm likely going to finish this video off tomorrow, so I will see you in the morning. So as you can see, this is the full-on dry result, which is pretty much shaped the way that I wanted it, but as you can see, there's still a lot that needs to be cut, a lot of ends that are really straight. So I'm gonna go back in now that it's dry and cut those just to make it look a little healthier. And this is the finished product of me actually going in dry and cutting. You could see now, you see physical layers and you see less straight strands. I'm gonna rewatch it and restyle and see how it comes out. All right guys, and now you see after chopping off the little dead weight that I have, my hair is nice and layered and it feels lighter, it looks healthier. This is with product now. Doesn't look as dry as it did before. I'm excited to see how it looks once it's fully dry. I might diffuse it to see how it really comes out. But for now, I'm happy with these results. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join the gang. Leave a comment and let me know if there are any other videos that you want me to do, and I will do my best to get to that. So thank you guys for watching.